Here's a Dell UP3017Q OLED monitor review. You'll find this review is far different with others. Once you plug the monitor into the main, the switch mode power supply in the monitor will start making buzzing noise 24/7, just like most of the electronics at your home. After you switch it on, you can also hear the fan noise come out of the monitor. I never like the card reader on the side of the monitor, not only because every time I use a card reader, the monitor moves, but also never the best card reader on the market. I don't need the SD card reader because all my SD cards are UHS 2. It's so much quicker if I use a UHS 2 SD card reader. External power supply will make the monitor itself a bit smaller. If you look at the bezel from the top, hope you can see the bezel is not a straight line, not very clear on the video. The left side case of my monitor wasn't clicked in, which means it's not closed. The metal stand and the metal plate at the back of the monitor is very entry level of manufacturing quality. However, you are not really able to tell any difference even with a 8K video. You have to see it with your real eye. No HDR panel ever exists on the market until May 2017. There's no HDR panel that can be manufactured even after 1 year or two. Most TV manufacturers don't list the brightness on the TV specification because the fact is there's only standard dynamic range panel with the HDR circuitry. That means the circuitry don't mix the 10-bit HDR extra data into total 30-bit color data. If the manufacturer uses the 10-bit per channel panel and with the 10-bit driving circuitry, if not the only 24-bit color data. What you saw is not really high dynamic range, it's only HDR signal displayed on a standard dynamic range panel. Nintendo Switch USB-C port doesn't work with this monitor's USB-C port. You will need to use HDMI. HDMI port only support 8 bit per channel color depth. This is not clearly listed in the UP3017Q's specification. The monitor must using a very early version of HDMI 2.0 chip or FPGA package. MacBook Pro USB-C worked flawless, but no 120Hz can be selected on both macOS and Windows 10. If there's a large area of dark gray on the screen, doesn't have to be 50 shades. The screen will start flickering a little bit if there's no motion video play on the screen. Looks like the contrast ratio was locked as dynamic. It's not adjustable in the on-screen display settings. If you switch between a bright and dark window on the Windows desktop, you will see the wallpaper brightness change a little bit. I tried this many times, you can't really see it in the video. The monitor screen is glossy and is very reflective of ambient light on black colors. Because there's no light come out of black color, now you see a dimmed Xbox One doing updates. Undim it, the black color doesn't change. Close the blender, will remove some of the reflection. What you see here is Plan Earth 2 Ultra HD 4K Blu-ray playing from Xbox One S. I find it's very interesting that the 4K Blu-ray has been downsampled to 1080p. Not only the monitor is limited to perform as an 8-bit panel, but also downsample the video playback quality. 1080p as input signal can be read on the screen. Let's go back to the Xbox One S home screen. Now the resolution is switching and the whole screen just turned off. Input signal information on the screen is not super clear, but you can still read it. It's 3840 times 2160, 60 Hz. Now it's back to 4K. Clearly Xbox One S is outputting 4K signal to the monitor. Why Xbox One S has to downsample the 4K Blu-ray to 1080p? The PlayStation 4 Pro has a proof of us because HDCP 2.2 is not supported on UP3017Q, a 2017 released OLED monitor. DisplayPort 1.2 don't support HDCP 2.2 either. Look at the proof. The connected TV does not support HDCP 2.2. Applications that support 4K may now display in 4K. There are some interesting settings in the menu. image sticking prevention. This is how Dell's stop burn-in algorithm worked. The panel is slightly larger than 4K. It keeps shifting the image from middle to the side, slowly bouncing in your screen. So the bezel is actually larger than what you see when the monitor is off. When the monitor is on, the image position always changing. Flicker-free maybe means the panel must be running 120 Hz all the time. Switch it off, make the screen flickering all the time as a 60 frames per second input. I don't think you can tell the difference from the video. When it's on, it may be doubling each frame. I missed something from the unboxing video. A USB driver key. Very well made 8GB USB 2.0 stick. It has both UP3017Q and UP3017QA written on it. Very good souvenir. You guys can see on the screen the gray color is gray. The current output color depth is 8 bit per channel. If I switch to 10 bit, some color variation will happen. The gray color will become some kind of greenish or bluish color. This will only happen with 10 bit output and the monitor is in color space mode. Adobe RGB, sRGB, REC 709, and DCI-P3. If we go to any other preset color modes, the gray color will not change. I really don't know why. Never happened to any of my other monitors. If you know why, please leave a comment below. Thank you very much. Could there be something wrong with Dell's built-in calibrate color space or my color profiles? Price is never the consideration in this review, because it's only one product on the market. I give the best review I could possibly do. Image quality, 8 out of 10. Almost no color changes at any viewing angle. Image crystal sharp and clear and fast response for gaming. Functionality, 1 out of 10. No HDCP 2.2 support, locked dynamic contrast ratio, and HDMI port only 8 bit per channel. Build quality, 4 out of 10. Standard parts with assembly issue. Design, 5 out of 10. Very ordinary, nothing special. Total, 4.5 out of 10. Top-notch panel with outdated backbone. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.